to the imminent destruction of the accursed Autobots.
Boy, these are good.
This stuff's the greatest. Those were the good old days back on Cybertron. Didn't have to sneak around in these ugly Earth disguises. Good old Cybertron, land of the metal moon.
Who disrupts my coronation?
All right, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Back for another draw stream because it's been a little while. I haven't streamed since I think it was like last week, not last week, but the week before. Where I did Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, and yeah, so it's good to be back. And we're working on a little GRIMLOCK, which I showed off on Twitter last night, and it's got people buzzing. People are really liking this GRIMLOCK, so. And I'm thinking about turning this into an actual like sticker and all that for the comic book that I'm working on, or the web comic I'm working on. So before we get started, let's say hi to the chat. And we got Yarnwich Live. Good to see you. Glad you could make it for a brief moment. Yeah. My earbuds at home. Play audio on the speaker. I'll be catching the replay. No worries. No worries whatsoever. And we've got Grumpy Old Ninja. Good to see you, man. Hope you're excited because we're doing some Dinobot stuff today, because we have a lot more Dinobot stuff to come in the next few weeks. Got Slag in the works. Got Snarl going. Got a little bit of Sludge going, but I wasn't really happy with it, so I'm probably gonna have to restart that one. But I'm just gonna work on GRIMLOCK for the time being. And as I said earlier, this is gonna be a sticker or maybe a coaster. We'll see. Because there's a lot of things you can kind of do with sticker meal, which is what I'm trying to utilize at some point. Just going to help promote the webcomic a little bit and also earn a little bit extra dough on the side, because that's important. But I think it'd be kind of cool to have like a little sticker of like GRIMLOCK and all that. And so, and the way I'm kind of thinking about it is like I could have like multiple. I could do, once I have all 5 Dinobots, I could do like a whole like batch thing I could sell. But we'll just kind of get started here, and use my cool grays to start. Black, because we're gonna kind of start off with the helmet. We'll do because what I usually do these ones that I usually will do, like especially for like a very, very small piece like this, the way I'll color is I'll color by color really, where I'll start off by coloring all the blacks, all the grays, all the golds, the reds, all that. We'll do all that like kind of in sequence. So we're gonna start off with the blacks and grays here for our old boy GRIMLOCK, because we all love GRIMLOCK, I think. So let's get started, and we'll start off with the head, and we'll kind of start light to dark for this one. So actually, I might grab some violet grays just to add a bit more spice to them. That's what we do here. Yeah, I think we'll start with a cool gray 5. Just get started here. Have a mid-tone for the blacks. Yeah, I really do love the idea of like turning these into little stickers here. That'd be a really cool sort of thing to do. I think this one's dying on me, actually. Yeah, should probably refill that. Let's see, 5. Just gonna refill this guy real quick. We'll get back to work. I do recommend kind of refilling your markers off to the side, because sometimes they can explode if you're not careful. You don't want to mess on your page here. So I don't know why the screen's all blurry. Hold on. So I can fix that. Might be on my end, but hold on. Dinobot Mania. Yeah, because that's what the main story is going to be about, the Dinobot book. And actually, maybe we'll do the Predacons as well, because they're going to be the main villains for it, so that kind of makes sense. So probably do that as well. But I think it kind of make for a nice little side thing to kind of do in between while I'm working on the comic, because I'm just actually started writing it actually a couple days ago. I started writing the first scene and a little bit of the second scene, but I think I'm going to revise that one a bit more, just kind of make it more, because I wrote that second scene like really early, late in the night. So, but so it wasn't really the most sober at that point, but actually I got some pretty good ideas from it for it though, at the very least. Gotta be careful here because I'm trying to do a little flame here for the sword. Just kind of do all the shadows first. Yeah, some of these Batman drawings, nice, dude. Yeah, it's cool. Oop, actually, I didn't do the thumb on this one hand here. Hold on, didn't do my lines on this thumb. Just realized that now. Oh, who cares? Let's do a second coating, sort of, just to kind of tidy him up. The neck. Grab my blender. Just gonna fix that little blemish there. As much as I can. Well, probably go over it with our yellows and all that. All right, do the hands. Start off with the base there. And then I'll do the gun. And then do the other hand here. All right. Why it's not focusing properly? It's just a little blurry. I don't know what's going on there. Hold on. Let me see if it's the settings. It's on the highest setting. So, I don't know. Oh, well. Not much I can really do to fix it. Let's grab my reference real quick. I think it's just the legs and the hands that are black here. So, yeah. Okay. Just making sure. So I'm working blacks. I'll do grays, and I'll do the other stuff afterwards because those are the main sort of big colors we have here. So let's do the thighs. Once you have the big colors out of the way, you can kind of go wherever you want after that. Usually goes by a lot faster after that. And so, yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do a second coating around it with the cool gray. Just to give it a more finished look. But yeah, actually, I gotta share the script with you, Grumpy. It's got some really good ideas, and actually, I incorporated some of your ideas. Actually, kind of came up with into the opening scene because it's meant to be kind of like this very, very like intense, very scary sort of scene, you know, with the Predacons. I want to establish like the threat first. Like I think it's kind of the best thing to kind of do with the stories. Establish the threat, you know, the stakes and all that, and then you can kind of go from there. All right, I think we'll grab some violet grays. We'll do the BV23. Just kind of add a little bit extra flair to them. But I'll just set the stakes first. Yeah, exactly. So just put this all around the flame here. But yeah, it's kind of this very, very intense scene, like chase scene. The one of the main human characters, it's going to be an original character, and actually incorporates all five Predacons in some way, just to chasing because I want to establish all five of them. I think I did. I think I like the way I did it because it feels true to their characters and all that, you know, like kind of what you expect them to do in that sort of circumstance. I'll share with you in a minute or after stream. But scene 2 was actually kind of I kind of wrote that when I was really, really fucking tired. So it wasn't fully complete, but I have some ideas that are kind of funny for it. It's gonna for one thing, it's gonna take place actually in Orlando, Florida. Actually, that whole sequence, just because it's to me, it's the best place to kind of have it because it's close to the Darien Gap, or not close to it, but it's close to the port where you be sent off, and it makes more sense to be there because of the way the Dinobots get to Columbia and all that. Because that's kind of the so basically, for those that haven't really been keeping up, basically the story is that the Dinobots kind of, they're kind of disenfranchised from the Autobots. They're kind of being a bunch of grumpy teenagers and setting off on their own, that sort of thing. And and so they end up in Columbia, which leads them to the Darien Gap and all that. It's kind of like this real world place I'm kind of using for the story. So I think just when I learned about the Darien Gap, it kind of like just clicked into place for me for the storytelling of this. Where I was just like, because I always had this idea in my mind for like the Predacons going up against the Dinobots. I always thought that was a perfect sort of a matchup. I just never really got to see in the cartoon as much as we probably should have, in my opinion, anyways. And so I'm just like, let's check this whole story. Just like the idea, the location just kind of like worked so well for the Dinobots and all that. Like especially and for these characters, for Dinobots and Predacons, because it should be, this kind of a story should take place in like a jungle setting. Those are characters kind of lend themselves to that a bit more. And so, what Transformers given those military gangs would be there regardless. Yeah, exactly. And the whole story is that the Predacons, they've kind of taken over the gap like years ago. I've kind of rewritten the story a little bit. The backstory is that they were actually they were kind of cast off by Megatron like way back in the days of Cybertron. They kind of land on Earth in prehistoric times and all that. And then they didn't reawaken until I think like the 1800s is when I kind of had where they reawakened, like because I was looking up the actual story of the gap. And there's a bunch of like really interesting stuff that kind of happened during these times. I'm trying to make sure I get the timelines as accurate as possible with like which like settlers, which explorers came at which time and stuff like that. And there's a lot of like stuff like with the Europeans and all that settling and all that. And so I want to make sure I kind of got that right, but they're embedded in there. So they landed on Earth in prehistoric times because they tried to, back in the day on Cybertron, they tried to overthrow Megatron and all that. And so they ended up getting sent off world because they were too dangerous and all that. And and so they reawakened prehistoric times, and they're actually kind of like damaged. Like they're not really like because they arrived in stasis lock and all that. And so they're kind of slowly trying to rebuild their strength and all that. That's kind of the gist of the story. And so, and they're kind of using this little in the cave. They kind of have drilled a hole like deep into the ground, and that's kind of become their base. And they found like a big like river of lava, and they're kind of using that along with the ship's technology. They're kind of using that to kind of fuel their energon cubes and kind of power up and all that. That's going to give them a stronger sort of a power boost as a team and all that. Because that's what we saw that a lot in the cartoon. It was like they would get like energon cubes just from like any sort of energy source. So I was like, oh, well, why not from lava? So it'd be kind of a cool idea that Predaking's like energon comes from like lava and stuff like that's just sounds cool to me. So, but it's killing me a little. I love understanding it, but I gotta find a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot to it. I still haven't fully understood just yet. I'm trying to be as respectful of that sort of time as possible. Even though it is fiction, and even though it is kind of just me doing my little story here, but I kind of want to still be a little bit accurate to it. Not just be a jackass about it. But yeah, that's my main idea I'm thinking about. It's hard. I still don't have a proper elevator pitch for it. Yeah, same here. It's like I just say, yeah, Dinobots fight Predacons. There you go. That's my pitch. 7/4/1751 at 6 a.m. I see. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like the general idea for the story with the Predacons. And so the whole storyline is going to be that the I still haven't figured out fully because this is one of the things where I feel like I need to kind of write the actual script in order to kind of feel out the ins and outs of it a bit more. I feel more comfortable kind of talking about this stuff once it's fully written out, because sometimes it like I feel like when you're writing something, it's when you're actually writing the whole script and all that where you really get to figure out all the little nooks and crannies, because you're actually kind of like, because you're figuring out the story just as much as the reader is, at that point, And so I think I work better that way to kind of but the basic idea is that they is that the lava flow rather is kind of damaging the environment around like all the little villages in the Darien Gap, and so like the whole plot is going to be about the Predacons basically plundering the whole area, and so the Dinobots and the Autobots have to stop that shit from happening, because they'll trigger like a big lava explosion if they don't. So, and they always kind of have these kinds of storylines in the old cartoon as well. I can't remember actually, because they just kind of appeared, I think, in the season 3 and 4, like right after the movie. So I can't remember when they actually came about in the cartoon. So I'll have to rewatch the. I'm not too sure if maybe there was an explanation in the Scramble City, but I'm not too sure if there was, because I think it's before then. So, but I'll have to look into that a bit more before I fully commit to something here. But at least when it comes to the backstory, because I can probably do the rest of the story without knowing the full backstory of the Predacons, because it's not good. It's going to be a very, very self-contained storyline. But but even then, it's like it's a fan story, so I don't think it's really that big of a deal if I get a little thing like that wrong. It's just meant to be more for practice, but I would like to be accurate as possible to the show, and the timeline, and all that. Oh, but if they just showed up out of Cybertron, we'll try. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to have like an explanation as to why they're actually able to take on Cybertron or animal modes and stuff like that. I think I'll have to be like maybe they were like an experimentation by Shockwave or something like that, or what have you. Like maybe they were experimenting with a different type of T-cog or transformation cog, and that's what allows them to kind of take on more animalistic forms and all that. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, exactly. All right. I think we're getting somewhere with Grimlock here. We'll start with a B25 now. Get a little bit darker. You know what? We'll just do black. We'll start with the black now. And then we'll kind of transition it a bit more, so to speak.
Shockwave, as he's the only one smart enough for that. Yeah, exactly. It's probably gonna be like Shockwave. It kind of comes up with that idea, kind of like in the War for Cybertron games, a little bit. That sort of idea, where he was able to kind of take, well, study prehistoric life and then kind of go from there. That should be good enough. Just grab a. Black out the hand, some areas here. Just shadows for the hand. Let the grays kind of take over there. You ever catch your fellow countryman Paul Ravoche on Kings or CG? I did not see the CG auctions actually. Just haven't really had time to kind of. I just couldn't get to those streams in time to watch them, but I might rewatch them at some point. So I do love watching Trashcast. So. You know, it's technically not Trashcast, but I like to kind of keep up with it. It's just fun to me. Also, there's oh yeah. I think I saw that actually. I might have seen. I saw the stream he did with Paul Ravoche. It was for the Trashcast one. That's the one I remember seeing. Didn't see the auction. Yeah, that's what was kind of confusing it before. All right, let's get the. Let's do a 7 actually. There it is.
right. Kind of die on me. That's my 5. You know what? We'll bring in the BB.5 instead. But hey, Devin, good to see you. That was a good one too. But yeah, he's working on a story to do a campaign for, but he isn't writing it, but drawing it out. Yeah, that's cool. This older gaze, old ruin mecha, and could be in any macros. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, and that style too would be kind of cool with the it's a really cool idea actually. I'll have to look into that when I get a chance. But I'm actually kind of interested in this new Fantastic Four movie coming out. I just didn't hate the trailer for once when it comes to Marvel. Not that it was groundbreaking by any means, but it's like okay, it seems okay to me. Yeah, would like to see more of like Johnny Storm and all that, and a little bit more of Pedro's performance as Reed. But I don't hate anything about it so far, other than the fact that it kind of connects to the MCU, which I'm not too sure how they're going to do that. But if I look at it as a standalone film without thinking about the MCU, I might be able to enjoy it. So. Only thing that kind of bugs me is the voice for Ben Grimm, because he's supposed to have a bit more of a gravelly sort of voice. But other than that, I think everyone looks kind of all right. I think Sue looks fine. I think Johnny seems okay. I like to see more of him because he is a bit more of a. He was always kind of meant to be more of sort of that punk sort of kid, like kind of like this spoiled, rich, bad boy type. Like he's kind of or not really a bad boy, but kind of the cool kid kind of character. Who's a bit of a player and all this stuff. Like that's kind of more Johnny. It seems like in the trailer, they're just going for like a goofball, making the funny one. So hopefully there's more to him in the movie. All right. Ooh, Paul Revaux Galactus. Ooh, I gotta see that. Gotta see that later. You know what? I'm gonna pin that just so I can't forget. Oop. Oh, table. I'll start it. Start it. For later. But yeah, I like the idea of like turning these guys into stickers. I think it's a really cool idea to kind of promote my comic book while working on it simultaneously. I just got spit all over it. All right, it's gone. My DNA is gone. So. Oh, speaking of DNA, actually, Grumpy, the idea I actually have for the storyline where the Dinobots get tricked into going to this like little Dinobot or dinosaur park type of thing, attraction, or whatever. I'm thinking about having like the guy who runs it actually be based off of John Hammond from Jurassic Park. I think it'd be kind of a funny sort of little bit to have in the comic book. It's like, but he'll be like a very like kind of a colorfully dressed sort of a guy, like very extravagant, almost like a Willy Wonka type of character. You know, I think it's kind of a cool sort of a idea I kind of have, or just a little fun little Easter egg. Because who better to make a dino park with Dinobots than the creator of Jurassic Park himself, you know? So just be a little fun little scene before the Dinobots obviously go off on their own, do their thing in the gap. And, yeah. But I think the way I'm going to sell the stickers, actually, I'm probably going to do it because I think on Sticker Meal, the lowest price one is like for 50 stickers. And so what I think I'll do is I'll start off by selling just 5 or 10 for the first batch. And then once I get more Dinobots, because I have obviously got to do Slag, Sludge, Snarl, and Swoop. And once I get them going, I'll do more batches, and I'll have more, and I'll have certain batches where it's like a full like collection of all 5 Dinobots, where you can buy all 5 in like one go. So I think it's kind of the way I'm going to kind of approach the the stickers there. So start off with 10 because I don't really know if I'm going to have a whole lot of people buying stuff. So I think it's better to kind of like start low and just kind of work your way up once you get an established sort of audience and all that. Don't want to overshoot, you know, because then you're just stuck with a bunch of stickers that nobody wants. So love the idea of you doing stickers for these, like you can raise funds for supplies to do your book with. Yeah, exactly. I need to go to the art store actually, get some more of that Bristol paper. Might get 2 sets of it actually, because I'm not too sure how big the book's going to be just yet. But I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's do a Cool Gray 4. Just to kind of tidy up the grays here, and then we'll move on to the gray parts of his body. Then I think we'll probably do the because we're starting off with the robot mode, so we could probably do like the Dinobot forms next afterwards, and then do the Predacons. You know. Maybe do a Spike and Carly one because Valentine's Day is coming up pretty soon. Which I'm not too sure I'll be able to get that one done in time, but maybe we can do it for next year though if I get it rolling because Spike and Carly will be in the story as well of the comic book, so that might make for a really fun like little thing on Valentine's Day or what have you. You know, I think I'm just gonna stick to Etsy, just to stick to one place to kind of do it. Yeah, I just don't really like using RedBubble. I used it before, I just didn't really have a good experience with it, so I'm just gonna stick to Etsy. I really shouldn't have too much of a problem with these ones though, like doing the QT ones, because they're my own unique style here, and I won't have any logo. I'll just have like the silhouette of a logo right here, but that's about it. So I don't think they can really do much about it in terms of copyright and all that. But you never know. If Anna can get away with it, so can I. You know. Me, GRIMLOCK, too cute to be removed. Need some GRIMLOCK clips on my channel, actually. I need to do that. Yeah. I think Hasbro doesn't really care too much about copyright or that stuff, like from what it seems like. There's a lot more like Transformer stuff on there. So there's a bunch of like cute. There's like a bunch of cutesy stickers like this on Etsy, anyways. They don't get removed, so not too worried about it. But you never know. Yeah, I'm gonna get a bunch of that paper. Probably this week, actually. Drop down to the art store that usually sells it. And who knows? Maybe I can start actually drawing it while also writing it at the same time, like. Because the only thing I really would see myself really revisioning or revising would be like stuff like dialogue and all that. But I think once I have a good story rolling, I can probably just go ahead and draw it. If I have to change something drastic, I can just redraw it. But yeah. But same time, I don't want to really waste a whole lot of time though as well, or drawing something that's not going to be used. But removal, yeah. But there's also a lot of things that Sticker Mill actually offers. They do coasters as well. They do magnets. They do shirts. So you can do a lot of things with that if you wanted to. They can do posters as well in there, but they're kind of expensive to do. Might be better off just doing like prints and stuff instead. I think I'm going to get a new printer this year, actually. Get a new printer and get a scanner. Just to make my life a little bit easier. But I already have my plate full with a lot of things I'm trying to buy. So I'm going to get a new phone actually next month. So finally get rid of this old piece of shit. It's fucking driving me nuts recently because a lot of my apps don't work anymore because it's too old. Just stupid how that happens. It's like, why can't you just give me a compatible version of it? It was working fine last week. Now I can't use my fucking YouTube. It's like, fuck off. Dumb technology. Yeah, exactly. It seems like a more much easier way to do things on Etsy. Also, that's to start stocking up on supplies for shipping and all that too. So, but I can probably find some stuff real cheap at like Dollar Tree or something. Yeah, I have an iPhone fucking 6, dude. It's fucked up, man. It's actually cracked up a bit. I don't know if you can see that, but well, you see Raven there, my profile, but yeah, it's really fucking cracked up. Oh, there you can see it a little better there. But I held up for so long though because of this fucking thing. Because I was trying to get rid of it a while ago, but I was trying to get rid of it get a new one a while ago, but it's like it was right after I got this case for it. I was like, fuck, I don't want to get rid of it. It's like I just got a Soundwave one iPhone case. So, but I think I'll get a Dinobot one next time for my next one. We'll see. But yeah, it's time to kind of upgrade a bit more, I think. Just upgrade my stuff this year. And I'll bring back 5. Find it. I think that'll be it for GRIMLOCK, at least for the black tones here. Move on to the grays, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to start with a neutral gray. Just going to have a more slightly different tone here. Which I think will work better for the Dinobots. We'll start off with the cape, or the wings in the back, which will all be kind of blacked out mostly. Not blacked out, but more in shadow. You know what? I'm supposed to put a line there. I can use a refill here, buddy. Okay, I know the feeling. Oh yeah, I had a run-in with Mixon Iron Man. He was yelling at EVS about Rainbow the Brute while taking EG side. Maiku was there as CH frowned. My response and chilled out, but enough drama. Yeah. I don't understand people making fun of Ethan for being late on his book. It's like, I think that because the way I think it happened was that he had to cut Ret Plant in half, and that's what kind of made Red Extermination, I think, because he was doing too much at the time. So he decided to just like cut it in half and just do it, separate the parts into two different campaigns and all that. You know, it's just stupid that the way people are kind of complaining about, oh, he's late. It's like, okay, was Hollywood late every time they make a movie delayed? You know, it's like, y'all don't have a problem with like I never see these people complain whenever Hollywood or whatever like delays a film or whatnot, or it takes like years for a movie to come out. But because one guy who's making a comic book by himself mostly, like that's the issue. It's like okay. And it's just like Eric July's not even doing half of the work on the book anyways. He's promoting it. That's all he's doing. You know, he's not actually drawing the comic book. You know, so it's like what? It's like whatever. Tactics, he says, crowdfunders that sit in your money. It's like no, that's not how it works. It's like no, crowdfunding is where these people, man. It's like people like this don't understand how long it takes to actually make it something. You know, it's like and especially the level of art Ethan does, like the amount of detail that goes into every single drawing he does for Cyberfrog and all that. Like that shit takes time, and it's just like you know he's doing it all by himself. You know, it's like it's not like he's like getting someone else to draw, and cause not just that, he's also the writer of Cyberfrog too, because that takes time as well. You know, it's just like so it's like I understand that sort of argument. You know, it's just like it's like Marvel, and it's like not just that we complain about Marvel, you know, and DC coming out with trash every weekend or every week. You know, it's like you know, maybe the reason why it's trash is because there's not enough time being put into the actual art or the storytelling, all that. Like, it's like, so I'd much rather wait for something that's good than to, you know, buy something I don't know is going to be good just because it's coming out faster, you know, so to speak. Play books aren't a thing, especially with these indie books that come out at the highest professional levels of quality. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're getting something really like special when it comes to like some of these actual like comic book pros are actually kind of who are able to actually work on the project for as long as they want to, and get it done right, the right way. It's a stupid argument. It's like all these people are just like really annoying me nowadays, and I don't even care anymore. And it's just like, and people complain about that. It's like, well, it's like not just that, like he actually has fulfilled his campaigns. He's made action figures, he's made supplemental comic books for the Cyberfrog universe. It's like it's not just like he's like sitting on his ass doing nothing. It's just like no, he just takes time to make something great. It just takes time, guys. Like. Art, making something really beautiful takes time. It takes time to make a good movie, it takes time to make a good book, it takes time to, draw a really nice picture. And so I don't get it. It's like we'll listen to Eric, but no, it's good. Starts new campaigns for his new ideas and does it all himself on the right. Yeah, I'm trying to just like sound like a dick writer or whatnot, like over these things. It's like because obviously people will use that sort of a language. It's like, but it's like, but the reason why I'm defending is because I'm an artist too, and I know how long it takes to make something that's really good, and how long it takes to make something that's really highly detailed and all that, and So a lot of these creators, all these channels don't really understand that really, because they're not creators most of the time. They're commentators. They're not actual artists. You know, they don't really create anything, you know. And so they don't understand the discipline that it took to actually create something great. And so they're complaining, and so they're using this as an argument to kind of say, oh, well, you're trash. It's like you're a horrible businessman because you can't fulfill your promises. Like, okay, well, shut up. It's like when was the last time you've drawn something, you know? But yeah, it's a funny world we live in. Just gotta be careful here with the legs. So there's supposed to be a little bit of a red and green and blue colors on it. These little jut outs. So just gonna be the underside here. The foot. Is not, as he puts it, creative. Shut up. A dunderhead. Author when he isn't even authentic. Yeah. Yeah. I've kind of come to realize a lot of these people are just not really authentic as they might have appeared once. You know, it really just, especially nowadays, it really just comes across as like a lot of these people are just very, yeah, like they're very much just following the algorithms. They're following the clout. They're following all this stuff that doesn't really matter in the end, anyways. But it's what they want to do. So it's the way it is. All right, let's grab my 6 and my 8. Oop. Not during the stream, but pop over to Twitter. I sent you some Batman products. Ooh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll check that out in a minute. In a hot minute. So you know what? Do the shadows real quick. We'll do a 7. C7. And then we'll start using the lighter shade. No, we'll use the 8. Let's go over that all. The 8. Just go straight for the harsh shadows real quick. I stepped out of the line. Oh well. Not really too worried about going over the lines because I will be it'll just be a blank sort of a background because of the sticker. So I think I'm gonna go for the die cutout sticker. I like that one the best. I think it's the same kind that Makini did. So we'll do that. Yeah, of course, back to the it is that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hibbity jibbity and shoulder hair. Yeah. You know what, to be fair, I can't knock him for that because I do have shoulder hair myself. So yeah, at least I'm not showing it off to everybody, you know. My beard is actually getting kind of crazy right now. I might have to trim it. Trim it tonight or tomorrow night because I showered. I don't want to hop in there again. Yeah, but hey, at least I know when to shave my beard when I know it's getting crazy. Knock shoulder hair. There goes the one who points it out. Well, yeah. Because I used to think it was kind of cool to be a man and have like hair all over the place because it's like Wolverine, you know. It's like, but apparently that's not the thing anymore. So. All right, let's do BB. It's a little bit too darks. So I'm going to do some more lighter shades of gray. Do a C4, so to speak. Not the kind that blows up shit. Yeah, we don't want to hurt our Dinobot buddy here. It's double. They're supposed to be hairy. All right, all right. You know, if Anna agrees, then I think I'm okay. But the thing is, it's more the reason why I haven't shaved my whole shoulder hairs. Because I feel like I feel like I need to shave the rest of my arms. You know what I mean? Like that's the reason why I haven't done it. Because as an artist, it would look fucking awkward. You know, it would look weird to me. So I don't know. Maybe that's really the reason why I haven't really shaved it off. It was like, yeah, but what about all this other hair? Because I like having hairy arms. It's more masculine to me. So, so it's also kind of part of it. Which I think I need to go through this with a blender in a minute. Just gonna lighten up the gray tones. I think I went a little too dark here, but we can fix that. Well, Eric only knows when to shave when EVS tells him to. Yeah. Yeah, that was fucking funny. I saw that too, dude. It just seemed like it, though. It really seems like he's just like silently taking his advice. Little horn claw there. He's a really interesting fella, Air July. Let's say that. Just bring my blender real quick. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, it's 4:11. We got plenty of time. We have the next few days off, actually. So gonna enjoy it. It's probably gonna be spent drawing and writing and all that. So just want to line up the grays on GRIMLOCK here. There we go. Yeah, it's starting to work a bit more. I think once I get the colors going on his torso, I think that it'll pop out a bit more. So they will go ahead and do that. So I'm pretty much done with the grays here. So I think we'll do the gold or the yellow. I think we'll just stick with a yellow for his torso. Just gonna keep it more cartoony. Just trying to see yellow for the claws, the chest, and that's about it. Then we'll do red, the blue, and the green. Just put my grays and all that away. Pretty much done with them for now. over there. Let's clean up my desk real quick. I'll keep black actually, just in case. Two. Let's grab some yellows. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for a gold sort of shine to it. I think we'll just kind of keep it more cartoony. So we'll kind of stick to the yellowish sort of color here. Although in the comic book, I think I'm gonna go with gold for them. A little bit of a gold sort of effect on them. Just kind of get my premium vibe. I'm gonna look at the gold on the yellow on him for reference. It's kind of like light yellow in this photo, but okay. We'll start with the light yellow then. And everything's yellow except the symbol, so we kind of just do whatever we want here. I'm not too worried about the symbol here because I'm going to go over it with some red later on, which is just going to be like a silhouette of the symbol. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to draw the actual symbol because just to kind of keep me from getting in trouble, so to speak. But yeah. Excuse me. You going to be doing the book full traditional or with some digital? I think full traditional. I've never really done like full digital with the coloring before. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll probably, because the reason why I want to get a printer and a scanner is because I want to get one that I can print onto Bristol paper. That way I can do all the colors on that. For when I get that rolling. I'll bring a little bit of the gold just for the shadows. But I could do some like little extra digital effects with it, like some of the visual effects, like glares or glows or whatever. If I need to kind of adjust some things that I draw, I could probably see myself using some Photoshop for that. But the main colors I'll probably be doing by myself, by hand with my Copics and all that. because it's the only way I know how to color. So that's how I'm going to do it. Oh, the claw is a little bit different on each side, but whatever. It's chibi style, it doesn't have to be perfect. So next question, then I need a scanner that is not a Staples. Yeah. Well, see, I think it'd be fine doing the pencil and inks. It's just the colors, because sometimes the scanner, like I need to get like a really good like scanner for it, because from what I've heard, like some scanners don't really pick up the colors very well whenever you paint or something. But which I mean, I could always use my camera and do it that way. But I think I feel more comfortable just doing at least the inks, pen and inks, doing that with a scanner, because that way I can print that off onto a Bristol paper. Hopefully, if any printer I can find can support Bristol, and we can go from there. But just trying to see what kind of yellow I want to use here. I'll add a little bit of a brighter shade, which is supposed to be more of a lighter yellow, it seems like here. Yeah, that's our. That's our guy. Okay, and I think I'll grab some warm. You know, what with this guy? How would you look with yellows? I like that. Just for my shadows. All right, that's good enough actually for the yellows on in there. So all the pictures had to be like a very light sort of yellow, like not like a very vibrant yellow. It's kind of like very, very. But it's not really all that. Yeah, a lot of the pictures I've seen is not that defined sort of yellow. It's kind of more. It's kind of hard to see on the screen, but it's kind of a It's more like this kind of a yellow, not like very vibrant, like bumblebee yellow, you know. All the Dodge exposing massive decades long corruption news. No idea. It's like I don't care. I haven't really been keeping up with politics recently. Yeah, yes. Scanners are awful on traditional color. If you can scan inks and reprint onto Bristol, it would be uber helpful. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have to look into that when I get around to the colors. I really don't want to trace all of the because I could go ahead and just like trace it all onto a 11 by 17 paper, but doing all of that like would be really really difficult to kind of do all that, just redo all that ink work. Like that'd be very very stressful. You know, I think because if you make one mistake, you fuck it all up. You know, but oh, you know what? I didn't do the little hand sticking out. Hold on, it needs to be taken care of. Little claw. Oh, why are you dead? You're supposed to be a new marker. You too, you fucking asshole. I think my marker's better. Jesus. All right, use cool grays then. What if I got the little claw that's hanging out off his back? That's okay though. All right, I think we'll do reds, and then we'll do blues and greens, and then I think that'll be it. So let's grab. I think red's on one of the guys here, on the legs here, so that first. Get that out of the way. Book off. There. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So just the symbol, the sword, the waist, and part of the legs. So move that shit out of here. Use aid. Use Yak's payer money to aid. Used taxpayer money to find trans comp in Peru ethics. Oh yeah. I heard about that one. Yeah, that was. 8 million to Politico and 4 million to the New York Times for fake news. Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard a little bit about that with Cliff Richardson on Ethan's stream. So, yeah, that's pretty nuts. Even George Soros got $260 from taxpayer money, and it was all Democrats. Democrats, yeah, Democrats. Yeah, that's the proper way to word it. All right, so which one was the red? Let's get that out of the way. Okay. Just gonna identify my reds here. It's pretty wild how Cliff Richardson just happens to be one of these guys that was promoting like this sort of thing. Yeah. Biggest coincidence in the world. Probably just about as much we'll do with the Autobot symbol here. Oh, shift to the camera. Okay. And we'll do the sword, but I think we'll find more of a pinkish or of red for the sword. Just kind of a stand out a bit, you know. Jesus. We all thought it was George funding all those crap, and it turns out it was the U.S. Yeah. 2 degrees of temperature in July. Yeah. Funny world we live in, huh? Yeah, I like the pink because it kind of separates from the red of the base of the sword, you know. It's kind of like cool here. I'm just sure we'll be keeping these like little flame puffs final version sticker. So it'll be kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think I'll just ignore those from now on. Don't really like the way that turned me out. All right, let's do a salmon maybe. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm digging that. Very nice. Not gonna lie. I love it when I actually like something I draw. Nice feeling. A little bit of pink on the black part of Grimlock here. Just for a little bit of a glow effect there. So it's 4:30. Should be a pretty decent time actually. Only an hour and 30 minutes. Holy shit. Not too sure how much the comic books that's going to affect the Transformer show I want to do this year. Because I'm not sure I'm almost thinking about pushing the show back to April. Just I'm not too sure how much. Because I'm spending so much time on the comic book now. Like I'm doing writing, doing drawing, and all that. So, but I think I might just push it to April, or I don't know if I want to push it too much back, but just because there's a lot of work that has to go into making a new show, you know, gotta get all the, gotta get a new intro made, gotta get all that jazz going, you know. We'll see. I'll try to make it work. If not, we'll just push it back to April so we can do it right. I want to do it. It's just, I'm just really, it's crazy how things happen because like I just got so amped up for this comic book I'm working on. I'm just like, it's kind of taking up most of my creative energy at the moment. I just want to kind of tie up the shadows on the reds here. I think let's try. Let's do a copper. But speaking of Transformers, actually collecting, I actually got a Streetwise in the mail, and let's say I had to get a refund. I had to get a refund for it because he kind of came broken. I'll kind of show him off real quick. I have him on the side here. You can't really see it too much, but I mean, you kind of see the indents on the port on the hood there. But yeah, this guy came fucking broken to shit when he arrived. So thankfully, got a refund on it, and so I was able to buy a new one or order a new one rather. But yeah, that really ticked me off the other day. It showed up. I was like, wait, all fucking month for this motherfucker to show up, and I had to get a new one. So, but thankfully the seller was able to give me a full refund, so I was able to buy a new one. So I had that on the way now. But yeah, third fucking Streetwise though now, because I got it's like I have no luck with this motherfucker. Like I got the toy version, or when I want the tune version, and now I have to get, now they send me a broken version of the tune version. I'm just like, motherfucker, how many motherfuckers am I gonna have in my collection? I think a little too brown here, but actually I do have the slingshot on the way. He started moving on the tracking a few days ago, so should be here pretty soon. Hopefully, I'm gonna guess either Monday or Tuesday is when he's gonna be showing up, because he's in Vancouver right now. So it's like a little bit too brown right now, so I'm gonna kind of go back and tighten them up. But you know what? I think I'll do cool gray before I do that. Just kind of amplify the shadows a bit more. Oh, I went over there. Oh well. I had that problem with a fake RC once. Third one was the charm. Yep. Really seems like it, but I was able to turn into alt mode, but you can just kind of if I was to transform this guy, he would just like fall to pieces, because he's just like every part of him just like fell a fucking apart. Like the legs were torn off. I don't know if it was like just the according to the shipper, they always the seller, they always like check their stuff before they send it out. So I don't know. It's like if like some guy can't post just got mad and just like tore apart when they saw it. Because sometimes they'll do that. Sometimes the shipping companies, they'll go through your packages and whatnot when they arrive at the distribution centers and stuff like that. So it sucks, but it is what it is. So hopefully Slingshot comes pretty much intact, and I can well, I'll probably do another live stream actually unboxing it if I can get the time to do that, because I did the scrapper last weekend, or not last weekend, but the weekend after or before. Like, let's do this. Because I kind of like doing that. I kind of like doing the unboxing stream. That's fun. Although I did actually break a little part on Scrapper when I was like literally right after the camera went off. I was kind of messing with something and I broke it. But it was an easy fix. It was just a little thing that kind of broke off. Very, very minor. So wasn't a big deal, thankfully. So some things I can actually fix on a transformer if it's broken, you know. But this Streetwise is beyond fucking repair. I was like, what the fuck is this thing? I kind of really should have another name. RC. Oh, you mean Prime RC? Yeah. I think I had the deluxe RC actually from Transformers Prime. I think it got broken or something like that over time. Not by choice, of course. Run my blender right through the sword. Right there, that needs to be fixed up later, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's see. We'll do the blue, and we'll do the green. So you know, we'll do the greens first, and then we'll do the blue because I want to do the eyes last. And green will be pretty quick here. It's just going to be for this little bit here. Yeah, that's you. When it comes to doing the Transformer shows, there's a lot of research also goes into. Yeah, because I want to kind of be a bit more informative for people who are newer to collecting. But not too sure how that's going to play out. It might just be like a simple stream at the very beginning, at least, and then maybe we'll see. It might just start off as like a kind of a news coverage stream, and then we can kind of transition into more in-depth discussions and all that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we want to do with that. Yeah, I'll get just a little bit darker green here going. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah. Yeah. That's the idea. All right, that should be good enough for the green. Do some blues. All right. And we cannot forget about those beautiful blue lines on GRIMLOCK. So blend the shit out of his eyes here. You can really pop out. And there we have GRIMLOCK pretty much ready to go. Just need to do some little touch-ups here and there, but yeah, there's our first sticker that we'll be doing. So just gonna do some yeah, because I went for like a pinkish sort of a red for the sticker, for the sword, I mean. Because I think just to make it stand out from the red, the darker red on the sword hilt and the torso and all that, just kind of doing little things like that kind of helps like differentiate between the different colors and all that. Kind of helps it separate a bit. So put my markers away real quick, and then we can do some touch-ups. We got a little bit of time here to kind of do some more stuff here on our boy here. Okay, that's going there. There we go. Make sure I get them in the right spot because I have them all numbered. So I have OCD apparently. Honestly, it's kind of a good thing to have OCD, I think. Yeah. Keeps you organized. Mm, 23. E84. Yeah, one day I'm gonna have it all memorized, hopefully. 9 RVO2. Okay. And that's everybody. Now we can do the fun part. Let's see what I might need. Should be enough. Just want to touch up a few things, get rid of a few things here and there. Just want to get rid of this little bump out. Just to make my life easier when I go and Photoshop this guy. Make it look nice and pretty. Because we're not really doing a background for this one because it's a sticker. Or going to be a sticker anyways, so I'm not going to worry about it. No point in doing extra work on something that doesn't need it, to be honest. Keep it in number or tone order, stay organized as much as possible. Yep. So I have actually organized based on the Copic app, because there's an app for Copic. I have it in the same order as that. So it goes from blue violets to violet, red violet, red, yellow red, yellow, yellow green, green, blue green, and then blue, and then earth and gray tones. That's kind of how it's organized there. Just going to tidy up the foot there. It's a little wonky looking. But yeah, that kind of adds a charm to this one here. It's meant to be more cutesy after all. Okay. Just do little highlights here and there. Do the other hand and the gun. All right. Thanks. All right. And oh, need to fix that up real quick. Just use a pink. Just want to make that disappear more naturally. Want to Just about. Yeah, was equivalent of baby blues. Yeah. Much more vibrant than Yaira's. Because character writers would chill them in the comic books. But yeah. Much more handsome than Yaira too. So he's Grimlock. Yeah, yeah. Shit. Just gonna fix this up. So we're going to minimize the highlights here just a little bit. My goal here usually is what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to minimize some of the highlights here because they're a little bit too crazy. So I'm just kind of being very, very careful with my pen here. If you do too crazy of the highlights, it kind of take away. Yeah, that's good enough. Do what will show up on the sticker. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm not doing anything for the background here. Just remember, did you see Dan Lawless fix Yaira? She looked good. Made her look better than she did when she was just. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the accent was in that trailer. So the way I drew Yaira, I think I have it with me. Hopefully I have it with me. This is a little embarrassing. I actually did draw her once. Not this one. Oh, I don't think I do have it. No. Yeah, I don't have it. Oh, can't show up. I did actually draw Yaira for the fan art contest a while ago, but I don't think mine got sent in for some reason. But it is what it is. So I did get it in the. I thought I got it in anyways. I'm not too sure if it was just a last minute thing, but whatever. Yeah, let's leave that. Stuff's fine. Oh, I missed the foot here. Right, I think I'm pretty much good to go here. Got all the details I kind of wanted out of it. Yeah, there's our cutie pie Grimlock, and he needs to be signed. I think we'll do a red. Do you know what to use? Not you, you piece of shit. There we go. So that will be our Grimlock sticker. Once I get that sorted out, I'll have to take a picture of this, scan it onto the computer, and then just kind of figure it out from there. Get some shipping supplies going, you know. And so I think the way I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5. Well, because I think it comes in like, let me just check real quick on the thing here, because die cut stickers, they are, I think, like $60. No, a little bit more. Okay, it depends on size. I think we'll go, so $72 for 50. For I think a 3x3 inch sticker, so it's gonna be like that big. So I think 3x3 might be a good option. Let's see, 2x2 would be about that. I think 3x3 would be fine. Yeah, I think we'll do a 3x3 inch sticker. I think it's the same size that Macney did. I think. I'm not too sure. But yeah, there's my little Grimlock. I should take these guys off now. And actually, real quick, I'll actually show off. Do a little sneak peek at our little slag here. So got a little bit of inking done today. That's the morning. So, and I got a little bit of snarl, a little snarl tease. There's snarl, but I might rework the face a bit. I'm just not really liking the way that's turning out, but I like the pose and all that. I like the sword kind of being jabbed into the ground a little bit. So there's a little bit of snarl teaser there for you, but we're going to do the flag next. And that'll probably be for next weekend stream. So yeah, for that. And for shits and giggles, here's the original inked version of Grimlock. So it's a little bit different. I actually kind of redrew the legs a little bit just to be more cartoon accurate to the show. So I was kind of just drawing this guy without any reference, to be honest. I was drawing this, like, just completely forgot about reference material. I was just kind of just going. But I think it did pretty well, you know, for not having any reference on me. I could have had some reference, I just chose not to. So Yeah. Cute little snarl, yeah. And so actually, I might do the Dinobot modes actually as well for stickers one day. We'll see. Or maybe take a group shot of all of them together as one sticker as dinos. I think that might be how we do it. But yeah. That's our boy Grimlock. All colored up and pretty much ready to go. Actually, you know what? I might just tidy up the torso a little bit with some ink. Hold up. So it's a little bit unfinished here. But after that, we're pretty much done. Just want to tidy up these lines here. So we'll tidy up the torso here. Then we can call it a wrap. Just gotta go put dinner in. Gotta cook up steak for the night. And then do some writing. All right. At some point, I say the combiner form for them. Ooh, yeah, combiner. Oh, for Predaking? Oh, I could do Predaking, a cutesy Predaking. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, because I have a bunch of characters that are going to be in this movie. Like, it's not in the con. It's not just going to be the Dinobots and Predacons. There's going to be a Wheeljack's going to be in it. I'm actually debating on whether or not to swap out Bumblebee for Ratchet. But we'll see. Just because there's some things I'm working on in the story, but I'll get to that when I get to it. But Prime will be in it. I think Megatron's going to have a brief appearance in it. Devastator's going to be in it. A few Autobots in the background are going to be in it. And Spike and Carly. Actually, that maybe make for a really good Valentine's thing. Is do a Spike and Carly one maybe from next year or something. I'm not even too sure when the comic's going to come out, honestly. Yeah, at this point, not really. I guess it could release them like in segments every time I get a new page out. Maybe how I do it. But yeah. Then maybe next year we'll do the colors for it. Yeah, that might be the way we do it. So this year we'll hopefully we get some of the line art at least done for it, and then we can do colors next year once I have a new printer and all that. Or I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we want to do things. But hopefully it doesn't take that long to do this one because I want to get my story out there and polish the way I want it to be. But you know what? This area is kind of ugly looking. For Danko to work on from the yeah. Yeah, well, I've drawn them so much now. Like I'm starting to draw them a lot recently, so starting to get a sense for their design. Also, it's a chibi design, so it's not meant to be all that serious. So I didn't really. I just got the basic shapes going, and that was about it for this one. All right, you are free, Grimlock. So actually, I need to get a new case thing for when I get the stickers going as well. Just thinking about out loud here now. Just make the mouth plate tidied up. All right, I think that's about all I need to get done with this guy. Now these little flame bits here are probably gonna get removed in the final version, just because it just seems kind of pointless, and it'll probably take up some space when I do the. Which I might just like separate that right now, quick, just with a little white here, just kind of. Just don't really like that. It's looking. So tidy up the little bit here. There we go. All right. I think we're ready to roll now. So let's chat first, and then we'll call it a wrap. So at some point I say Fox the combiner form for them. That combination kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm not doing a combiner form for Dinobots in this story because they never combined the cartoon. I'm trying to stick to the cartoon lore as much as possible here. So, but yeah, I'd love to do like a Predaking, like Chibi. That'd be kind of fun. And actually is a toy of that. Actually, they made a toy, a Chibi Predaking. So I might fix it. Well, yeah. Okay. The gals deserve a better. Oh, you mean as toys in general? Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got what you mean now. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Grimlock here. I had a lot of fun with this guy. He's a fun little dude. So on that note, I think I'm gonna call it a wrap. So for next week, we'll be doing the slag. And I think sometime either Monday or Tuesday, I think that's when the slingshots come in the mail. If Fans Toys one, either that or Wednesday. It's one of those three. So when that happens, I'll do a live stream unboxing it like I did with the Scrapper because that was a lot of fun for me. And Tourette ASAP. All right. Hold on. I'm doing my outro, bruh. Yeah, he was blown up on Twitter actually. That just the inks of this. So there, happy. Take a picture. Hold on. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Let's see. So yeah, so there's a veg out for the rest of the night. You know, eat my dinner, do some writing, do some drawing, and yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm not too sure what I'll be doing tomorrow. So I'm going out with family, or yeah, just going out with family tomorrow. So I might just actually I might end up drawing a little bit while I'm out with them because it's just gonna be kind of a chill day. So all right, now I can outro. Thank you, Grumpy. All right. Let's see. So because I actually got some new clips, actually before I do that, I need to say a big thank you to everybody who joined in. So Grumpy, thank you, Dadman, and I think it was just you. Oh, and Yarn Witch earlier. Couldn't really make the whole show, but because of some stuff with her phone, I guess. Or her, okay, so her speaker. Yeah. But thanks for stopping by anyways, Yarny. Hope you can catch the replay at some point. And yeah, I'll try and be in the chat for a Macany stream tomorrow, if I can. But if not, you'll probably find me elsewhere, or next week. So on that note, I think I'm gonna call it a wrap here, guys. I might just do a little touch-ups here and there throughout the night, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. So can't wait to do next weekends, which will be the Slag, and then yeah, I think we'll just kind of go from here. We'll just do more Dinobots like next couple of days, next couple of weeks. Just do Dinobots, you know, because why not, you know. So on that note, and I think I need to get Dinobot clips on my channel pretty soon, just to roll with the theme. So on that note, I will see you guys later. And let's get my new clips out, or rather some old clips that we haven't shown off in a long ass time. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will see y'all around. Take care.
Decepticons, a toast to the imminent destruction of the accursed Autobots.
Boy, these are good.
This stuff's the greatest. Those were the good old days back on Cybertron. Didn't have to sneak around in these ugly Earth disguises. Good old Cybertron, land of the metal moon.
You will not escape the mighty shockwave!
Hey, mighty shockwave! Take this!
Shit! You bitches! Get back here!
Bye-bye! Loser! You suck!
Those bitches!
Who disrupts my coronation?
Amazing. A booby trap that actually catches boobies.
What's the matter, Chip?
I guess I was hoping Devastator might join the Autobots for good, but that's probably just a dumb old dream.
Hang on to your dreams, Chip. The future is built on dreams. Hang on.
The Transformers will return after these messages.